You've got a very busy job, busy schedule. How do you integrate your work life with your personal life?
You know, everybody talks about work-life balance like there's some magic to it. I will tell you that it is something that is learned. I think it's really hard in your 20s. It's really hard in your 30s. Maybe you start to figure it out in your 40s. Certainly at this point, I think I've got it down. And I'll tell you what I mean by it. You know, you're willing to give your company, your home life, a certain amount of hours. You're just, if you think about it, I'll do it from a company perspective for a second. Let's say you're willing to give your company 50 hours a week for 50 weeks a year. That's 2,500 hours. You've got to think about what you do in those 2,500 hours, because what you do, how you prioritize, how you spend your time there is the difference between good and great. Well, that same thing happens outside of those 2,500 hours with your family, with your hobbies, with other things. You've kind of got to figure out, I think, what's most important to you, and to make sure that you're spending that time in productive ways. And I'll give you a great example. There was a period in my life, all I wanted to do, from the outside, I wanted to get on some extra boards. I was coaching Little League for a bunch of kids, lots of stuff going on there. I was doing too much. I was doing none of it well. And the idea that less is more is so true. And it's got to fit in that period of time that you know that you have, that just like you prioritize at work, you've got to prioritize outside of work. And so it's something that you continue to work on. It's not something that you have fixed at one time and doesn't slip backwards. It goes back and forth. The bottom line is practice, practice, practice. You'll get it right.
So married 26 years, 4 kids. What do you do for fun?
So I love classic cars, and I've been since I was a real little kid. I just love cars, and so I collect. I buy, I sell, I keep, and that takes that's part of the way of life with us. I'm also a huge baseball fan, and specifically the Yankees. I hate to say that because half the people on hearing this will hate that, but it is where you grow up, and I grew up there, and so that's a big part too. So cars and my family and Yankee baseball keep me pretty busy.
Well, Don, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for sharing with all of us.
Thanks for giving me the time here. Good to meet you, Todd.
Very good.